Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I'm George. We're all George. So this morning is a new Bitcoin all-time high incoming. Bitcoin is shooting up once again, but it's not just Bitcoin. Solana is making huge moves today. However, there is one important rumor, or maybe it's not a rumor, that I got to talk about. That Elon and Tesla start buying Bitcoin. In fact, $100 million worth of Bitcoin. Let's talk about all these things and more. Let's do it. Welcome, guys. We're starting the day high. Higher than last night. 67,300. We hit this point a couple of times. Seems like we're having trouble breaking into 68 again. Possibly because the bears are trying to make sure this doesn't happen. Because if we break into 68, we're going to get to an all-time high, which could be coming today once again. Max Kaiser made a prediction, 75K by tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night. We'll see if we can break in. All we need is 2,000 points to get to 69,000. That could come anytime, so let's see what happens. The U.S. market is opening up green today, so that's always good. MicroStrategy opening up green. Coinbase up green, 52-week high. They will just not stop. Just like Bitcoin, just like the ETFs. Anything that is related to Bitcoin, doing very well. Very well indeed. But let's get to this major rumor. And it may not be rumor at all. So I saw this article. Is Tesla buying Bitcoin again? Now, Tesla and Bitcoin has had a rocky history, let's just say. Because Elon back in the day was very pro-Bitcoin. He announced he was buying $1.5 billion of the Bitcoin, which sat there for like a year or so. Then he decided to sell off a little bit, because he said he wanted to test to see how the market will react. And the market ate it up. And then he sold a large portion of it because he was afraid he needed cash, right? But still, he holds a little amount. And then we have people that track the wallets. So Arkham does track the wallet that Tesla has their Bitcoin in. Right now, it's worth $771 million, which is still a lot. Had they not sold the original $1.5 billion worth, it would be like probably 4 or 5, 6 billion right now. Okay. But still, the little amount that they kept is worth 771 million. Now, here's the thing. Of course, if you look at on the right side here, the balance history, it's going to show it go up because the price of Bitcoin obviously has been going up. But that's not what people are looking at. They're looking at this, okay? This number right here, the 11,000 Bitcoin that they hold, went up by 1,789. So last time they reported their holdings during their quarterly, they said they had 9,720 Bitcoin. Now it's up to 11,509. So people are wondering, is this accounting error? I don't think there could be accounting error, like $100 million accounting error. Like, oh, we missed 1,800 Bitcoin. We better add it in. So there's a possibility it's accounting error, which I think it's unlikely. They have hundreds of people that's double checking this. Or it could be that they started accumulating once again. That's a lot. That's $100 million worth of Bitcoin. And they may be reporting it in the next quarterly earnings report or quarterly call, which will be absolutely crazy. Tesla needs it, okay? Right now, their stock is just not doing good. EVs overall not doing good. But you know what? If Elon and Tesla get back with Bitcoin, they go ride this wave up. And really, Elon understands. He knows money. He knows you're not supposed to keep it. It just inflates. He knows all this. I don't know why he was so anti. I don't know. He was pro and then turned anti. And here's the thing too. BlackRock is a big shareholder of Tesla as well. seeing how Larry wants as many as he can, maybe he's been calling Elon saying, hey, maybe you should buy some Bitcoin or buy some Bitcoin ETFs offered by BlackRock. I don't know. But it does seem like he may be accumulating once again. Oh, look at what's happening right now. 67.7. Are we going to hit that all-time high today, by tonight? I mean, I don't think people realize, because we get so used to a price range so fast, I don't think people realize that we're like right there. We're $1,200 away from all-time high. 1,200, not like 12,000. We're 1,100 away from all-time high. We might even do it during this stream like last time. We may have an all-time high again during the stream. We had it once. Maybe we'll have it again. And Grayscale, if they stop selling, well, then that's even better. I mean, we're just going up today, guys. Today is a good day. So far. Now, what else is there? I mean, even states, okay? Arizona's Senate wants to add Bitcoin to their pension fund. I mean, think about that. I've talked about other funds, right? Besides ETFs adding Bitcoin, you have states that want to add Bitcoin now because they recognize, they understand. Some of these politicians are not idiots. They understand that their money in their pension fund is disappearing like crazy. They understand that the U.S. government will always continue to print more money, and that will not stop. And our national deficit just keeps on going higher. So even having states now proposing to add Bitcoin to their pension funds, that's absolutely amazing. Good for Arizona, and I'm pretty sure other states will follow. Now, as for where we are in the cycle, did we end the accumulation phase? Well, according to Plan B in the stock to flow model, yes, we're in the parabolic bull run. I would say we're at the parabolic bull run because we're about to break all-time high again, guys. Okay, so it's kind of silly to say we're still in accumulation phase. If you have not been accumulating for the last 2 years, 3 years, I don't know what to tell you. I've been here for 3 years, since the top of 2021 all the way to now, telling you guys to focus on the future, DCA while things are low, let the gains come to you. I've been doing that for 3 years, 2 videos every day. And if you have not been listening, I don't know what to tell you. And we're about to crack 68,000 again, guys. It's skyrocketing upwards right now. Today is looking very, very good. Maybe Max Kaiser's 75,000 prediction by tomorrow is going to be reality. All right. Anyway, so we're in a parabolic bull run, and we're so ahead of the game right now, ahead of the halving event. I mentioned this is because of the ETFs, and you can see the flow into these ETFs just going up like crazy. We got numbers from yesterday. BlackRock added another 4,000 Bitcoin, but Fidelity isn't too far off, 3,000 Bitcoin. ARK and Bitwise, you add them together, another 1,000 Bitcoin. Valkyrie added a huge amount, 600 Bitcoin. We still had some sell-off, actually, in fact, a lot sell-off from Grayscale, but overall, these guys are accumulating like crazy. You look at MicroStrategy, they're desperate to cling on their number one spot right now at 193,000, but BlackRock is only 10,000 away, less than 10,000 away. And then you look at Fidelity, they're climbing up really quick too, and all these guys are climbing up. And you could see Tesla right there, labeled at 9,720. That may be wrong. They may be accumulating too. Imagine if Elon started competing with MicroStrategy and just started pouring billions into Bitcoin. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Remember Elon's thing about irony? The most unlikely, the most comical, or the most funny outcome is usually the right outcome or something like that. I don't know what that, I just butchered whatever he said. But it would be funny if he just became like a Michael Saylor and said, you know what, I hate cash. I'm just going to put all of our profits into Bitcoin. That would be funny and awesome at the same time. Okay, so obviously right now we're shooting higher, right? Are we mimicking previous cycles? Yes, but we're just so ahead of the game. Unlike previous cycles, when this kind of parabolic move happens months after the halving event, we're months before the halving event. So we're obviously moving a lot quicker than before. But what happens usually after you break an all-time high? That's when things get really nutty and things start moving quickly. Very, very quickly. Like what we're seeing right now at $68,000. It's looking fantastic right now. Looking absolutely fantastic. And probably going to look a lot more fantastic once we break 69,000. Yes. But today is not just a Bitcoin day. Even though the market cap is blowing up, I think some of you guys noticed one of my favorites, I've been telling you guys, Solana, $148, up 16%. Why is that? You have Pantera Capital that's trying to buy $250 million worth from FTX. FTX have the whole bunch, right? I don't know if they're going to relaunch. That was the last I've heard, that they were going to relaunch. But anyways, they hold enormous amount, and Pantera wants to buy enormous amount. So there are a lot of big players that are very, very, very interested in Solana. And of course, their ecosystem is still doing very well. DEX volume is still up, probably because of the memes. The memes are still doing well. And then you got new players like Jupiter and Radium. They're doing very well. So overall, pretty good. And you have a couple of these groups from Europe that wants to launch Ethereum and Solana ETP, but based on staking rewards. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. And then lastly, just a little bit about AI plays. I mentioned about it yesterday. AI plays absolutely blew up yesterday. I think they're taking a breather today, but they've been blowing up for a while now because of NVIDIA, because of ChatGPT, because of all the crazy new renderings that we're seeing now from Sora. I still don't believe it, but I mean, AI plays are definitely here. I didn't even know about this other one, Netmind. Never even heard of them, but and Near is really not in AI. And then they left off Singularity, which is weird. But Render, Fetch AI, Singularity definitely leading the way. And then you have a few others that are part leading the way too. But AI definitely going to be a big thing for this cycle. Yeah, that's it. Still looking good, guys. Looking really, really good. All right, let's do some Q&A. Yes, I'm hoping an AI version of me will be ready by the time I retire. That way, you guys won't miss me. All right, let's see here. Let's see if I missed anything. The clapper of cheeks. Is the metaverse just dead now? Sad how I'm so upside down on sand. You know, I agree with you. My DCA portfolio, I had sand in there, and it just will not move. Metaverses right now are not popular. It got really popular. Ooh, what happened there? Ooh, too bad. Man, we were doing so well above 68. You know what? It's still early. You know, like back in 2021, metaverses got hot for some reason, right? Not games, because we didn't have any good games. But this time around, we do have some good games, and there's more good games coming out. So I think people are just weighing their options, like, do I spend time in this metaverse where there's really nothing to be done, and the graphics, quite frankly, aren't that great? Or I could go and play games and, you know, earn from that. So I think that's the reason. I think that's why metaverse is just not doing well right now. I mean, that doesn't mean that it won't change. All right, let's see here. Catching up. Cock is nearing a 300 million market cap. What do you think it gets exchanged? It already has some. Yeah, it already has some. They were above 300 already yesterday. They were like 320 or something. Yesterday was so hot. They're already, you know, on KuCoin and Gate. They got listed on Get Big Get, but I know they're working on several others. So if they get a listing on Binance, which could be happening, that will send them to $1 billion. Simran, see you in Orlando. To run, DCing super chats until we get Bitcoin's fair value, 150K. What's a lesson you teach people who got burned in the last cycle or people's first cycle? Just make sure you take profits. That's the most important thing. Make sure you take profits. And it's hard to say that. I would say don't try to time it at top to take profits. Okay. So that's the thing. Everyone doesn't want to take profits until like, oh, they somehow get like a sign saying, okay, this is now to sell. No, don't do that because you won't know. What you want to do is basically take profits on the way up, right? So I think having 25, 30, 35% of your portfolio in cash is wise. Even as we're going up, make sure you replenish that so that if we do dip, you still have plenty of cash locked in and loaded, and you won't be caught holding, I guess, your entire bag down in crypto winter. However, the cycle, again, we may not have a crypto winter like before. Casper, good for you. What is your favorite game project? Ooh, there's a couple. I don't know. I don't really play games. If you're asking me like what games I play, I don't really play games. But you know, I've been talking to Dreamer a lot. I think DeFi Kingdoms is going to do very well this cycle. Their new game on Metis could be game changer. Wagman Games also, I think they're making big moves, mostly because of Scott. He's been marketing like crazy. So those are a couple that I'm associated with, but you got a lot of others too. Vulcan, they've been around for a while. They have a lot of games. I can't even keep up with how many games they have. They seem to have 1 million games. They have a new racing game that looks really good. They have their own metaverse game. They have so many games. A lot of mobile games too. So, I mean, there's a lot. And then, of course, there are the new ones. There are the new ones like Strapnel, you know, that looks amazing, although I don't play first-person shooters. And there's others too. So, I mean, there's a lot. Kay asked, if the institutional demand is already tens of thousands of Bitcoin daily, how would the 450 less after the halving event make a drastic impact? Well, still, less is less, right? It will make an impact. Maybe not right away, but because we're already seeing that. I think psychologically, people have always like timed their buys after the halving event. That's why we've gone up. But now, even though you're trying to time it, it's like too late because the ETFs are eating up so much. So I think that's kind of reason why. Casper, thank you. Oh boy. How high can Fat, Singularity, GRT go? They can go very high. They're all in AI. GRT is not, but they get associated in there. I think Fat and Singularity, they're both relatively small. They're still like 2 billion market cap. Can they do a 10x to get to 20 billion? I think very likely. I think they could go higher than that. And Fed has been absolutely standout so far. In my DCA portfolio, over 1,000% with Fed. Blazo, thank you. Krem, big fan of Flux and the whole depend narrative tied with AI. After breaking my crystal ball last week, any insight you could provide in prospect of making it run like Render or Akash? It can. I mean, it's exactly the same project as those two, but I think people just haven't caught on yet. It definitely can. Nosana is another one that's on Solana that have caught fire. Flux just hasn't caught on fire, but they could. But they will be speaking at TWC tomorrow or on Saturday. Do you think Shiba will flip Doge? Yes, I do. I've called that in 2021. Unfortunately, it didn't happen in 2021, but I still think it's going to happen. They're very, very, very close to each other. Syncus and DGI game. Crypto Capstone, I'm sorry. Never heard of either one. Will Solana flip ETH? I called that, yes. I think that's going to happen. A lot of people, a lot of ETH guys, like mad about that for some reason. But I do think that Sol can flip ETH. Nvidia stock just hit 900. I mean, basically, MicroStrategy and Coinbase. Another new. I mean, it basically, if you're buying non-Bitcoin related stock, okay, the only two I would buy would be Nvidia and Microsoft. That's it, because AI plays, and then just Bitcoin stuff like MicroStrategy and Coinbase. There's no reason to be buying any other stock because they're just not gonna do as well. Man, we started out hot, broke 68,000. Now we're down a little bit. I think that could be a final shakeout, and then we start breaking up again. Oh man, today could be good. Today could be good. But overall, I had this last night too. Even though we're waiting for Bitcoin to make an all-time high, it's nice to see a lot of the alts start coming back, right? We're not even altcoin season. We're not close to being altcoin season. But because the cycle is different, a lot of people are holding on alts because there's actually real utility this time versus previous cycles when they really had none. So it's good to see that the alts are coming back full strength. A lot of these alts are not too far off from their own all-time high, and some have even surpassed it already. Every shakeout is the last shakeout. Well, you know what? It's the last shake. It could be the last shakeout before all-time high, and then we'll get more shakeouts. A lot of people are asking about GRT for some reason. The graph is not AI related. I don't know why people may think it is. It's not. It's a nice project that helps other projects create APIs for data fetching, and it's supposedly they call themselves a Google of blockchain, and it can search all this data too. Um, so it's a useful project. Let's just say that. Fire up. AB says, I think this cycle will end in 2024 with how fast it's moving. Well, never say never, I guess. It could happen, but I just don't think there's any reason to think that. Frank Myers, appreciate that. JC Denton, he's very close to being liquidated. Price prediction for Arweave. Filecoin, Arweave, decentralized storage have gotten hot recently too. So they're 2.4 billion already. They are absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. I like them a lot. Where were they before? They were like $85. So they still have 2.5x to go. So, you know, I think they'll get back up there. This time around, they'll break 100. Almost certainty that they will break 100. Probably end up like 125, 150 if I had to guess. I heard you and others talk about how important Chainlink is to the ecosystem, but how, why might this translate to a higher link price? Well, as long as you're not super greedy, then you realize that, well, they're already sitting at number 14, man. They're not sitting at like 140 or 1,040. They're already closing in at top 10. So they're doing just fine, and yes, they will go higher as more and more dApps use them. When will Sol be listed on Robinhood? Go ask Robinhood. I don't know. In South Beach, Miami, Bitcoin was brought up. I mean, Miami's a really good city if you want to party. A lot of people brought up Bitcoin. A lot of girls with daddy issues brought up Bitcoin and crypto in general. So there's a lot of people that are paying attention. Frank Myers, do you think Gala will ever catch momentum? I mean, it has been. It's been recovering. It hasn't been super stagnant. 1.2 billion. They're just very, very, very far off from their previous high. Very far off. So I don't know. I think so, but they're getting a little distracted, in my opinion. After 2025, another big drop going into 2026. Well, it makes sense, but maybe not. Maybe we're in a super cycle, and it does drop, but maybe not significantly. Right? Maybe not a 70, 80% drop. We just keep on going. We just recover and we keep on going. So maybe, maybe not. We just don't know. It's too early. What do you think about when on Sol first cat meme? I'm not big into cats, so I'm not big into cat memes. Gabe, I never cover any of the other tokens for sheep, because I really don't care about them. I just care about sheep. That's it. Bone and leash. Those are two coins that never should have been released in the first place. Everything should have just been sheep only. You think Doge is still dead? Well, they have been moving, but I still like sheep better, and I think sheep will flip Doge soon. Man, come on. We need a push again. We need to push back to 68,000. We started out hot. The 5-minute chart looks great. Looks like we want to flip up again. 15-minute chart, not oversold, not overbought. I mean, not overbought, not overbought, not overbought, and a little overbought on daily, but still. BDC is too correlated to SPY. Big moves are coming. You know what? There was a time it was very, very 100% correlated with SPY markets. Then it was 100% decoupled. Now we are again aligned somewhat because of the ETS, because Wall Street, because they love Bitcoin now. If you like cock, then you definitely need some Wen. I don't know. I'm in so many memes. I don't know if I need to get into another one. To be honest, I don't like cat memes. I'm not a cat person. Look at this guy right here, bearish on the side. I'm bearish on Wen. Another day, and this crap came and get back to its all-time high. Well, it's at all-time high, pretty much. I don't know what he's talking about. Kulo is doing well. Look at Kulo today. 41%. So far, I've been pretty good with memes. I called cock, and look at where it is now. Also, Snack. Snack is doing very well. Kulo, still small on Polygon, but I think they could be a powerhouse too this cycle. Mike Goldcoin, thank you. Memes are only good for drawing liquidity into the market. That is true. They drive people and they drive liquidity into the entire space, which is fantastic. Yep. I think today's going to be a good day, guys. I think that was, again, a shakeout, and now we're going back up. It's good. Near is supposed to be getting heavy into AI, worth a bag of it. I don't know if that's true or they're just like, you know, saying that because AI is hot right now. Because basically every company is saying, or every project is saying, well, yeah, we're getting into AI. Near is a L1. So they could support AI plays, but are they really AI project? That's like saying Solana could be AI project. Solana can onboard a lot of AI dApps and say, well, we're AI focused, right? Does that mean they're AI play? Not really. They're just a base layer. So same thing with Near. So I don't know. I feel like that's more of a just like a marketing thing. Giovanni, well, here's the thing. You're right about that, but Sheep has, well, at least they're trying to come up with utility. Doge is not coming up with any utility. That's the thing. We'll see who wins out in the end, utility or no utility. Can Pepe dog whiff Bong Myro can do 10 to 15x? Yes. Wasn't there a news whiff got listed on Robinhood in Europe only? Krem, another super chat, big one, blowing up with questions this morning, but have been wondering about whiff, especially the price runs up too high. Do you think it deters new buyers from jumping in versus traditional meme coins or fractions or penny of the coin? Yes. Here's the thing. A lot of these memes blow up at the end of a cycle because people are FOMOing in with Robinhood or with Coinbase. Most of these memes are not listed on either one. So right now, it's crypto people that are FOMOing in, not general retail investors. So by 2025, it's going to be important. If you want a meme to absolutely really blow up, like what Sheep did in 2021, and same thing with Doge, they need to be listed on Coinbase. If they're not listed on Coinbase or Robinhood, you're not going to see that FOMO pump. So I think that's going to be important. Right now, it's just a whole bunch of people coming in. I think it's more like crypto people that are FOMOing, maybe like sheep holders or something. They're trying out new memes. But in the future, when they really truly blow up, it's going to be dependent on whether or not they're on the big sexes. K3N, thank you. Cat with hat was airdropped to $150 in Solana Mobile. This happened 2 weeks ago. Great. Still not into cats. Okay. Bike got mentioned on CNBC, super bullish. Not really. Those CNBC guys are not endorsing it. They probably have no idea what they just said. Feels like Celestia is dead. It's not, okay? It was one of the fastest moving coins of this year. But now people are just buying other things that are moving, right? They're profit taking, but give it time. It'll rotate back. Is there any more potential in Pepe? Well, they're still not on Coinbase yet. So once they get listed on Coinbase, that's going to be huge. Cyan asks, George, what currency do you suggest I buy for $100? Just go buy Bitcoin. Even though I know that's not what you want to hear. If you don't want to buy Bitcoin, go buy Solana then, I guess. But with $100, you can't even buy one whole Solana. I would not suggest just getting into some meme coin, because if it drops in half, you're going to like not enjoy the experience. Yeah, Nosana. It's a DeepIn project related to AI and Solana. It's been blowing up. They came back down a little bit. Yesterday I checked, they were like 600 something million. So will Sheep and Doge blow up, and what percentage? I don't know. And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. At least cats don't make you walk them and pick up their poop. Well, you have to clean up something. It's not like cats don't poop, man. And I enjoy going outside to walk with my dogs. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Coinbase will ever list Pepe because basically Pepe really shot themselves in the foot when some of the founders, fought, and then supposedly Pepe was hacked. They stole or just took what they're owed, I guess, and they changed the signatures or the multi-sig signature requirements. So that looked bad. So I think Coinbase got really turned off because of it. People forgot about it, but that happened. But who knows? In a bull market, in a parabolic bull market, they may just overlook that. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, we're not at all-time high yet. We had a little bit of excitement, pumped above 68,000, but we're still holding strong at 67. The alts are holding strong today, and maybe Elon is loading up on Bitcoin once again. So, all fantastic stuff, guys. I don't know if I'll be streaming tonight, so I will be traveling, but I'll put out something for you guys. Stay strong, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Same time, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tonight, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be streaming or I'll just put out a video or do something else. But have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Last two super chats. Lazaro, yes.